Here in Ghana, we have our well-known range of beer brands, including Club, Stone, Castle Milk Stout, Chairman. We also have our range of Club Minerals, which again are very well-known brands like Muscatella, which is an iconic Ghanaian brand. So it makes us part of a very special family.
ABL, as the first brewery in the country, means that it has been in the market for a very long time. And if it is still in business, then it must have been doing well.
You know, Club Beer was established in 1931, the oldest beer in West Africa. And nowadays we call it the homeboy, because it's the only beer we were having at the whole West Africa. And they taste any production sector, when they come, they see to maintain the taste of the Club Beer. So, Club Beer, unbeatable.
Before the inception of Club Beer, there were many foreign beers which were imported into the country. So Ghanaians were very proud to have a beer of their own at that time when it was established. So you will see that most of the working class Ghanaians, the civil servants of those days, really associated themselves with Club. And after that, we start getting other beers being introduced into the system. But Ghanaians were very passionate. They have a very passionate attachment to Club. In the 30s, when Accra Brewery came into being, Atos Bar was very dedicated to Accra Brewery and was selling only Club beer. And Atos Bar was a rallying point for some of the top civil servants and a lot of the expatriate and senior Ghanaian managers.
Atos Bar, in Papa Bagbele, Beni Eje Tawulu, DJ Nyono. Ni Ejebeni Egbele, many German say, can many your Ghana Jakuma name, I mean, now be a Mishewa. Ni da Shani Beni O Babi, like I'm beer me, Vana me Pie Babi, na me Mishewa. Atos back Accra Brewery when to eche ni okame echuni njuba keje beni agbele bi ene ke ba shibi antoni me ba ye boni in papa heyo mi she ni ke me gba sane ke boni ka me fio ke ni ha me na mi she we wo me ba bi ene.
I started coming here in 1960. When the original proprietor, Mr. George Atto, was then in charge of this place. When I started coming to Atto's Bar, it is true I started drinking Club beer, but there also existed on the market several beers, you know, but having tasted everything, I prefer to drink Club beer. Those days,
You can get an expatriate arriving in Accra from holiday or from business, and if it's around 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, the first place of call will be Atos Bar before he goes home, because that's where he'll be able to catch up with the news in town and what is happening. So Atos Bar was a very important customer to Accra Brewery, and he was very, very dedicated by selling only Club beer.
Accra Breweries has been part of Ghana's modern history. So every momentous event that's taken place in Ghana over the last 80 years, Accra Breweries has been part of it.
Accra Brewery at Seaview go back since 1931 because Seaview has been running since the late 1860s. So as soon as Accra Brewery came into being, this was one of the first places because it was the first hotel built in Accra by a woman. So it was one of the first places Accra Brewery brought in some of their staff. And we've been enjoying that since for the past 80 years. Ghana is a nation of beer drinkers. We love our beer, and Accra Brewery has been giving us the best stuff since its inception. We continue to enjoy it, especially when it's so chilled, when it's so hot, and you need something to relax. Accra Brewery beer, which is club beer, is the best.
Well, you know, we have an adage, we have a statement in the country which says that in fee, beer dear and one club. Meaning, if you want beer, the only beer is club.
Club is my favorite beer because I've tested others and I don't like. Club is the only beer that I know my throat will accept. That's all.
Ghana fame of your small club. What grandfathers me, I make a club. One name, one name, I make a club. Oh, mommy, me unke club. One yellow club. Oh, club everywhere. The whole Ghana, number one.
Alabe, Anya Ahahuka John 1931. Ike Amachichukra Inya Ahaikunona.
You know, the governor of the Gold Coast spoke at the inauguration of this brewery, and remembering that the brewery was built at a time of an economic slump. It was the Great Recession at the time, and he referred to the fact that this brewery was conceived during the slump, it was built during a slump, and he said it's a remarkable example of courage and faith to have invested in this country during such a slump. And I think that's what characterizes our business. We have courage and we have faith, and despite good times and bad times, we've continued to build and grow our business. And we still have exciting investment plans for our business. We continue to upgrade our facility and we upgrade our capacity, so we're better able to compete in the market. So we'll continue to invest in areas like production, like in our fleet, for example. We have some very exciting marketing campaigns for our brands. And of course, this year in particular, we want to celebrate this 80th anniversary with our consumers.
One of the key things that I believe is making Club Ghana's most favorite beer is because of the originality. That is, the persons in Ghana believe it is their beer and they accept it as their #1 beer. Taste is good, price-wise is good, but the prime or the key word I have is that it is originally Ghanaian and it is our beer.
Master, beer there, and one club. Beer there too, and nothing beer in Ghana.
Yeah, I'm anniversary. Me wish well. I'm a new more I am. I'm a new one. I learn.
We're very, very excited about where we are. We think we're in a very good and strong position. We think we're very competitive, and we think our brands are really great. And our message really to Ghana and to our employees is, you know, we're here for the long term. We're continuing to grow, and we see ourselves very much part of this future in Ghana.